Konbanwa, Anirasukuru desu. So the third season of Kimi ni Todoke came out last year, and when I initially heard it was coming out, I gotta say, I was a little surprised. I know, I'm a little late. I mean, the season came out 6 months ago? But hey, it's the new year. No better time to talk about the best romance anime of 2024. Well, okay, that's just my opinion. But no, really, it's the best. But what really bothers me is that nobody's talking about it. I mean, even when it was released back in August, I never really heard any mention of it. Anyways, about a year ago, I watched the first 2 seasons of Kimi ni Todoke, and I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it, considering it's a shoujo and all. Oh, not that being a shoujo would mean it's bad, it's just rare to come across a good one. Or any shoujo for that matter. I wonder why. No, seriously, why? They're actually really good. At least with the shoujo, you know you're not gonna run into any fan service. Well, for the most part. At least not the kind that you would see in shonen or seinen. The only reason I watched the show in the first place was because this girl in a YouTube video recommended it for learning Japanese, and I wanted an anime that would be good to improve my Japanese, since Jujutsu Kaisen isn't exactly very helpful. I also want to give the first 2 seasons a rewatch, because I spent a little bit too much time listening to the Japanese rather than paying close attention to the story, and also watching it while I was driving. I mean, listening to it while I was driving. Don't watch anime and drive, kids. It's dangerous. Anyways, I wasn't really expecting to enjoy watching this show, but I did. And I wanted more. Then I found out season 3 was coming out, and I was like, no way. Season 2 came out 14 years ago. And this isn't a sequel or a remake. This is a continuation of the story right where we left off in season 2. They brought back the same voice actors, the same music composer, and most importantly, the same animation studio. I was excited and I couldn't wait for it to come out. And then I was like, alright, so when's it going to start airing on Crunchyroll? Oh, Netflix? Jeez. $16 a month. How much is it without ads? $7? Why is it more than twice as much for it just to not have ads? Alright, so I decided I would just wait, because I knew shows like Blue Box or My Happy Marriage Season 2 was coming out. I didn't want to spend a whole year paying for Netflix. Spending $16 a month, that really adds up. Okay, yeah, I like romance anime. Get off my back. Oh, and by the way, I ended up watching the Netflix live-action adaptation of Kimi ni Todoke, and it was pretty good. I definitely recommend it. But watch the anime first. So moving on to season 3. So like I said, we start right where we left off at the end of season 2. We've got Kazuhaya and Sawako on their first date. And that's what I like about this season. We get to watch them actually be in a relationship and grow together and struggle together, rather than watching them try to get together. Then we also get to see them hanging out with their friends and spending time together, making memories. While the main focus is on Kazuhaya and Sawako, we also get to see the other characters in their relationships, like Ryu and Chizuru, Ayane and Kento, which I did not expect. Oh, and Pin Sensei and this other girl. Okay, never mind. And it's not just the romantic relationships. They also focus a lot on the friendships between the characters as well. What's really interesting is that Kimi ni Todoke Season 3, each episode's over an hour long. And just like any other anime or the first 2 seasons of this show, each episode was only around the normal 23 minutes. So I thought that was really interesting, and I think it worked really well. Also, the art and animation this season was a big improvement, and they were able to maintain the same style and improve upon it. It just looks so nice, and they definitely didn't overdo it. Now, there are a lot of little details we could go over this season, but we're going to skip all that and get straight to the good stuff. That's right, the opening. The OP did not disappoint. One thing I really liked about the first season was the opening and ending songs. They were really good. For this season, the song is Etosetara, like, etc. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But it's really good and exactly what I would expect from this show. When I listened to it for the first time, I almost cried. No, really, it's that good. I gotta add that song to my anime playlist. Oh, sorry about that. Something that's crazy that I realized is that the woman who voices Sawako, Noto Mamiko wa 44 歳だ. I never would have thought that this person is 44 years old. Mattaku. I did it again. I keep getting distracted. Alright, back to Kazuhaya. So, Sawako. Alright, you start to see Kazuhaya getting jealous pretty early on. When Kento is talking to Sawako, telling her to smile, afterwards he jokes about Kazuhaya getting jealous. This kind of shows the start of Kazuhaya's struggle that leads to the tension between him and Sawako. Then after that thing that happened on the summer vacation, well, things get awkward and their relationship starts to go downhill. Something I realized is that a lot of time passes between the summer vacation and then winter and Christmas. We kind of just skip over all of that, but it kind of happens naturally because not a whole lot really happens. There's a lot of tension between Sawako and Kazuhaya during this time, and it's never resolved. These two became distant, and because something is obviously bothering Kazuhaya, and Sawako is kind of being oblivious, but also overthinking things, he doesn't think that he's enough for Sawako. I think it's easy to get in that mindset of you're not enough, but because of this, you might end up hurting the people closest to you. Like when Sawako asks to talk to him in private, he assumed she was going to break up with him, but she just wanted to ask him what's bothering him and talk things out, just like people should do. But he backs off because he feels like he's not being the boyfriend that she wants him to be, but what he thinks that she wants him to be is really just all in his imagination. And instead of talking things out with her, he just pushes her away and hurts her. Sometimes people do this, assume what others want and assume what they are thinking, then taking action without talking things out. In contrast to this, Ryu and Chizu talk things out and their relationship starts to progress, starting with Ryu straight up telling Chizu that he likes her after all this time. But before this, Chizu's asked if she likes Ryu, and she gets all mad about it because she finds out that Ryu likes someone but won't tell her who, not realizing it's her. Then later she asks him who he likes, and he responds, "Ore ga suki na no wa zutto Chizuru da yo." At first, this caused a disturbance in their relationship because they've always been like best friends, and now that she knows that he likes her, it kind of changes things. But she decides that instead of waiting for the pain to heal or grow numb and forget it all, that she's gonna actually go talk to him about this. Crazy concept, huh? Even if she doesn't have feelings for him, she doesn't want their relationship to be ruined, and the best way to fix it is to talk to him and work it out. Things might not go back to normal, but it could lead to something better. Relationships grow by talking it out, rather than just ignoring it and hope that things get better on their own. Don't hold it in. The longer you do, the harder it's going to be, like it is for Sawako and Kazuhaya. Even Pin-sensei tells Sawako that if she keeps her feelings bottled up, it's not going to work. So then Sawako goes and talks to Kazuhaya and tells him that she feels lonelier now than when she was actually alone. All because Kazuhaya is being distant. We find out that whenever he gets close to her, he feels that he's going to lose control, so he restrains himself from doing anything, like even kissing her. All because he wants to cherish and protect her, and he's worried that he will take things too far and end up hurting her. As a Christian like myself, I really appreciate this, because we should want to protect women. God calls men to love and protect their wives. And these two aren't even married yet, but Kazuhaya only gets half of it right. He's not loving her. He needs to go talk to her and listen to her and what she wants, rather than decide on his own and just push her away. Kazuhaya thinks, well, what if I end up hurting her by accident? But you can't think like this. This anxiety and fear of what if this or what if that. He's also afraid that she won't like him for who he is, because he says he hasn't fully opened up to her yet, and if he does, she might reject him. The problem with this is that if you never open up to somebody, your relationship will never grow, and then you're just going to end up being alone. I really like how their relationship ended up this season, and I don't want to spoil any more there, so go watch the show. But I want to touch on some of the friendships as well. Back in the summer vacation, Chizuru was trying to deal with the fact that Ryu actually likes her, and Sawako spent her whole day with Kazuhaya, but forgot to spend time with her friends. So she realizes it's hard to manage being in a relationship while still being there for your friends. It is difficult, but throughout the rest of the season, you can see Sawako learning and working hard to be there for her friends while still working on her relationship with Kazuhaya, and I really appreciate this. This is honestly such a fun and wholesome show, but also gets serious when it needs to be.
矢野さん、言ってたの？
おい、あいつら俺たちのこと全然気づいてねえぞ。どんだけぼんやりしてんだよ。
Like, I haven't even gotten to Ayane and Mogi's relationship. Who the heck is this guy? Oh, he's gonna ask her out? Oh, you're actually gonna go out with him? Oh, what's this? You're kissing now? Oh, they broke up. Well, that was interesting. So then there's Ayane and Kento, and I really liked how their relationship developed over this season. It started with Kento developing feelings for her and showing how much he cares about her. At first, Ayane didn't think that Kento actually liked her, but that he was just being nice to her or messing with her. And even Ayane says the only people she feels that she's reached are Sawako and Chizu, so she desires to find a guy that she connects with, but hasn't been able to her entire life. Throughout the season, Kento is just trying to reach Ayane, which is what this show is about. I mean, it's all in the name, Kimi ni Todoke, from me to you, or more literally, to deliver to you or sent to you, from me to you to me. Something like that. It's not just about the romantic relationships, it's about the friendships as well, reaching others through friendship, supporting each other, especially when your friends need it most. This show teaches you to tell others how you feel rather than holding it all in. And of course, don't overthink things or assume what others want without asking them. Honestly, the characters in the show are so well written and the story flows so well. And I can't think of any romance anime that came out last year that is better than this one. That's why I think it's the best romance anime of 2024. What do you guys think? 見てくれてありがとう。じゃあ、またね。